It's time for the Coach's Corner Show with your host, Pat Disabato.
Hello and welcome to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. I'm your host, Pat Disabato from the Daily Southtown newspaper, and we are at the Standard Bank location on 95th and Pulaski Road in Oak Lawn. Got a great show for you tonight, folks. You know, winter meetings, hot stove league actions going on in baseball, so we're going to have on as our first guest St. Laurence baseball coach Pete Lotus. Pete's done a phenomenal job with the program. This is his 11th season. He's closing on 300 career victories. They've won multiple Catholic League Blue championships. So we're going to talk all things St. Laurence baseball with Pete Lotus. And we're also going to have on from Standard Bank Laura Shallow. She was on a couple weeks ago. She's the Group Senior Vice President of Government and Institutional Banking at Standard Bank. So we have an action-packed show for you tonight. Sit back, relax. We're going to go to a Beggar's Pizza timeout. When we return, Pete Lotus, St. Laurence baseball coach, will be our guest. Stay tuned.
We came up with a bunch of clever commercial ideas to entice you into trying Beggar's Pizza. We decided to let the food speak for itself.
Hello, boys. I'm a drop-dead gorgeous pepperoni sausage, hold the vegetables deep dish pizza. Just look at my cheese. Your place or mine. Beggar's Pizza. We lay it on thick.
At Standard Bank, we help our neighbors make tomorrow brighter. Families count on us for personal service and banking convenience. Business owners find smart solutions and the resources to capitalize on new opportunities. It's one thing to locate in a community, quite another to invest in it. That's what we do at Standard Bank. We're people you know, services that make your life easier, and financial strength you can count on. We're Standard Bank, in your neighborhood.
All right, welcome back to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. All right, our first guest tonight, his inaugural appearance on the Coach's Corner Show, St. Laurence baseball coach Pete Lotus. Pete, thanks for coming on board, man.
Thanks a lot for having me.
All
I
right.
really appreciate it.
Well, you know, hot stove league, just rolling in, Major League Baseball. So, baseball's in the air. And you know what? If we get weather like it is today, Pete, come March and April, we'll be overjoyed, right?
Yeah, everyone will be happy. You don't get this until late April, May sometimes.
If we're lucky.
For sure.
All right, man. Well, with everything going on, are the juices flowing a little bit, or does the faucet ever turn off for you, Pete, in terms of baseball excitement, man?
I don't think the faucet turns off. Maybe a little bit more. Like you said, I try and think about baseball pretty much every day. Maybe my kids took the brunt of the nice weather, having them out playing catch. But yeah, definitely, even people walking through the halls, we'd love to stay in the spring. So it does get you thinking about it a little more for sure.
Well, you've built quite a powerhouse, man, and this is your 11th year this spring. You've won at least, I think, 24 games every year, and you're closing on 300 career victories in 11 years. So that's saying something, man. You've got a good group coming back. Anthony Rios, your catcher, committed to Lewis. I applaud him on that. That's my alma mater. Tommy Farrell's committed to UIC. He's only a junior. And Jimmy Burnett, who's coming off a great season in football. Those are some of your primetime guys coming back. So what's it look like for the Vikings?
I think very promising. I think we have a great bunch of kids, first of all. They're great kids to be around, very hard workers, disciplined kids. And you just mentioned 3 leaders, and 2 of them just coming off that great run in football. That competitiveness that I think can only help us down the road. And with Anthony, he's been with us now. This is his 4th year. He's been a great leader. Academically, he's a guy that I can point to and tell our younger guys this is how it's done. So I think that's such a big part of being successful, is having great seniors. And Anthony's just one of them. We have a few of them coming back, like Jack Kavanaugh and Joey Madeira. So I think that we're going to be really competitive. Our junior class has been really good for us the last 2 years. very talented. So I would say, talent-wise, I think we can compete with anyone in our division. And as you know, it's really tough, really competitive, really fun. So that's always the challenge. But for us, it's a fun challenge.
Yep. All right, when you look at this team and you look up and down the roster, where do you see this team's strength being? And on the flip side, if there's a concern for you with this team, what is it?
Yeah, I think we're going to be able to pitch pretty well. A lot of the guys coming back in our rotation had a lot of experience last year. We had John Reardon go down last year, which was hard for us.
Yep.
He was by far
an ace.
Right, an ace, and not only that, our leader. He was the kid who was the one who rallied everyone, made everyone work harder. So when he went down, it was unfortunate, but this season I think we're going to see some of the benefits of it. Jimmy Burnett was forced to start a lot of those games that John would have. Anthony Robles, who had a good junior year, was pressed into a little bit higher role, and we had to bring up a sophomore, Angel Sandoval, who ended up throwing some great games. So from that negative, I think there's a lot of positives that we're going to have this year from a pitching standpoint, and I think we're going to be really good defensively. And I think with anything, and we've seen this the last couple years, it's about getting hot at the right times and getting clutch hitting. We've had some very good hitting teams, and once the playoff comes, and it's no different than Major League Baseball. It's about pitching and defense and timely hits. So I think that's the thing that we're going to have to really rely on, and with a lot of the juniors. That's the part that I'm hoping for. Right. That we get some timely hitting from some younger guys.
Some of those guys, like you said, playing as sophomores, they're adapted to the varsity level, and it should be a promising season for those guys too, since they got their feet wet a little bit.
For sure.
When you took over the program, Pete, and we should mention you are a St. Lawrence grad, a proud grad of St. Lawrence, wasn't a powerhouse. What was the key for you to turn the program around and get it to the point you're at now, where you're knocking on the door to 30 wins just about every season?
I think the biggest thing was getting a little bit more commitment from the kids, and getting them to believe, that they can be good, very successful, and developing those relationships with guys that us as coaches, we're there for them, and we want to see them succeed. I think that's been always one of the biggest goals of mine in any team that I have is to develop some good relationships with kids, and ones that are going to extend more than just playing baseball games. And I think once you get kids to believe in that and develop pride in that, I think it goes a long way. One of my biggest things, you mentioned I'm a grad, I think that going to St. Lawrence was such a positive experience for me, and I thought that the pride in the school and the tradition was such a big thing. I think that lacked a little bit.
Yep.
So just developing that in the kids, I thought was huge for us. And going and finding kids that really want to be part of something different and want to be part of something special. Yep. That's a big part of, I think, any school. So I think that's been the biggest thing, getting kids that love baseball and will do things necessary to be good at it.
And you can see the pride on that field. St. Lawrence's field is one of the best in not only the area but in the state. It's a jump, folks, no doubt about it. In terms of getting kids placed for college, you've had a really good track record of this. T.J. Merrick at Austin Peay, Kyle Woods over at Purdue, Zach Lewis. Just a lot of kids. What's the role of a high school coach in getting their kids placed?
Yeah, I think it's a really, really big role. It's changed over time, without a doubt, with all of the travel and the showcase and exposure tournaments. So it's definitely different than when I was in high school. But I think it's just as important because there's a lot of different variables that come into play that maybe didn't come into play before. So I try to talk to our guys constantly about what's going to be the best fit for them. A lot of things sound really good,
right.
But what's really going to happen when you go to this school and this school? So, I tell our guys right off the bat, I'll call any school that you want. I'm very involved in that process, and first and foremost, it's got to be a school that you really like and are committed to, and then you got to assess your chances of playing you know, and are you in their plan? So
Right.
very talkative with our guys about that, and you know, try to talk to college coaches, and you know, just I think it's a little bit different. You know, I want our guys to be proactive in it too, and email and call as much as they can. You know, but I also want to hear from the college coaches about what their plans are, and you know, if they're realistic or not. And if not, then we look somewhere else, because I think it's all about fit. You know, we got to talk to our guys. You know, playing Division I, that's obviously a goal for a lot of kids, and you know, I want that to be their goal. You know, but at the same time, they have to be realistic about what's going to be a good experience for them. You know, are they going to go in right away and have an opportunity to play, or is there some other place where they might have a better experience? So I think, you know, that's a really important role as a high school coach.
Yep.
You know, is getting them to understand what it's really going to be like when they go to the next level.
Yep. And we should talk about, Pete, you guys are going to have an open house. You got some great people at St. Lawrence right now. The president of the school is an alum, Joe Martinez. He was a great football player back in the day. It wasn't that long. It wasn't that back in the day either. And your athletic director, Tim Chandler, an excellent AD and a good man. You guys are having your testing day, right?
Yes.
January 9th?
January 9th, 8 a.m. You know, so we're always looking for great Vikings or people who want to take that challenge of going to a Catholic school, and especially one with the environment that I believe St. Lawrence has. And you know, I think it's a great place. I had such a positive experience there, and you know, I think there's a lot of great people there. So yes,
absolutely.
January 9th.
And any other information, folks, just go to the website,
Yes.
right? St. Lawrence website, and you can find out more information in regards to taking the test on January 9th. All right, Pete. Thanks for stopping on by, man.
Thank you very much for having me.
Looking forward to the season.
Me too.
It's going to be something. That Catholic Blue is going to be something, but there's going to be some great teams in the area as well. So, all right, folks, we are going to go to a Lisa Thomas Salon timeout. When we return, we're going to have on Laura Shallow from Standard Bank. Talk about all types of different exciting offers that Standard Bank has for all kinds of customers. Stay tuned.
You can only make one first impression. So make sure it's a good one with the Lisa Thomas Salon Teen Club, where it's fun and affordable to get the latest trends. Girls, head to the salon and get pampered for only $27. Guys, get the cut and style you've always wanted for only $17. Or try out our other salon services. It's time to get noticed. Only at Lisa Thomas Salon. Your style, perfect style.
Bob's Auto Body and Repair in Blue Island has been prospering since 1968 when Robert Warniak Sr. opened a business. Bob's goal? To go above and beyond to satisfy their customers. Whether it's a small ding or a major collision repair, Bob's has a trained technician and state-of-the-art equipment to meet the high standards their customers expect and that Bob's demands. Bob's also offers complete mechanical services for your automobile, from an oil change to brake repairs. Mention this ad, Bob's will detail your car for free with any auto body work or give you a free oil change with any mechanical work. Bob's Auto Body and Repair, Blue Island. All right, welcome back to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. If you're just joining us, we are at Standard Bank, location on 95th Street and Pulaski Road. And our next guest, an old friend. She was on a few weeks ago, Laura Shallow of Standard Bank. She's the Group Senior Vice President of Government and Institutional Banking. And Laura, thanks for coming back.
Well, Pat, thanks for inviting me back. It was great a couple weeks ago, and I'm sure we're going to have a good time today.
Absolutely. You did such a wonderful job. We said, come on back. All right?
It was fun.
So it was a great time. You did an excellent job. All right, so what should the viewers know about Standard Bank as a financial institution?
Well, Standard Bank is an integral part of our community, particularly the southwest city and suburban community. The bank was actually founded in the metropolitan Chicagoland area and has grown and expanded over the years. And you know, I'd like to make some analogies with sports. You know, you do a great job with having coaches and talking about teams on your show. And obviously, the coaches and sports are an integral part of our families' lives in the area. And Standard Bank, too, I think is an integral part of, you know, the lives of people who have been raised here, grew up here, played sports, and gone to the local communities. In addition to that, I would say almost all of our employees have gone to the schools here, local schools, both private and public schools.
You're a proud Mother Macaulay
Yes,
grad,
I
as you
am.
mentioned.
Very,
Yep.
very happy to be a Mother Macaulay grad. And many of them also played sports.
Yep.
And the great thing about this area is that a lot of times people, they go to college, they move away, but they come back. And a lot of our employees also are coaches in, Little League programs and other sports programs for their kids
Yep.
as their kids are growing up. So, Standard Bank is just really a great community institution. You can see our employees out in your neighborhoods, in the churches, in the stores, which is great. You talk to the same people that take care of your banking,
Yep.
which is really nice.
And why do you think Standard Bank is a favorite bank of so many people in the various communities that you guys serve?
Because I think we go above and beyond, and we really try to listen to our customers. We try to find out what they're interested in. This shows an example.
Yep.
Everybody in this area is interested in sports. And so we know that sports are important to families. Parents, grandparents, brothers, sisters, they like to go out and watch our youth play sports, things that they enjoy, things that they're good at, that they have a passion for. And so this is a great example of what we like to do, is sponsor the show. And, you certainly do a great job highlighting all of our local teams.
Thank you. And we love having you guys.
Oh, thanks.
We go to different fields and we tape the show, and there's a lot of Standard Bank,
That's
sponsorship
right.
at the various football fields and gyms. So, you guys are definitely involved in, like you said, private and public schools.
Right.
So.
And so, tonight we're here at our 95th and Pulaski Avenue branch. And, to give you a little bit of history about the bank actually was founded in 1947 in Chicago, and we moved to Evergreen Park at 95th and Western, and that was our first office. And then when branch banking started in the early 80s, we decided to grow and expand.
Yep.
So this was actually our first branch, our second office, and it's still a great location for us. And I think it kind of has a really nice, professional atmosphere, but also kind of a community atmosphere. And
Yep.
we see the tree here tonight with
Very
ornaments on it.
Yep.
And those ornaments also tell a little bit of a story about the bank, because we try to help our customers with their fundraisers. So the ornaments you see on the tree are part of a fundraiser for Park Lawn, which is an organization for people with intellectual and developmental disabilities. And all those ornaments on there, people have made a donation to contribute to the Holiday Hope or the Angel Fund.
Wow.
So, we're helping our client raise money for a great cause.
Yeah.
And some of our other branches are doing Toys for Tots for the holidays. So, it's all about partnerships, being a resource, really helping people out who, have a particular need.
No, that's outstanding. What are some of the products and services that the Standard Bank offers, Laura?
Standard Bank is considered a full-service bank, so we have just about every product that you can imagine, and we do have all the products that you come to expect from a local bank, but we also have the products that the big banks have. So we serve individuals, and for individuals we have personal checking, savings, money market certificates. Those are all the different types of accounts. We also have all the latest in technology. So nowadays you can take your phone and you can take a picture of a check and make a deposit, mobile banking, which is great. We have a full range of financing products, loans, consumer loans, home equity loans, mortgages. You always hear about people either buying a new home or wanting to refinance. We have just about every mortgage product available at very attractive rates. And we also have reverse mortgages, which are also popular. And then, of course, at the holiday time, as everyone's going out shopping, debit cards and credit cards, those make it very easy to make purchases. And then on the other side, we have all sorts of services for businesses. So small business accounts, whether it's checking or savings, small business loans. And then, of course, in my space, we have a whole range of services for government, education, nonprofits.
Okay, do you want to go over some of those?
Sure, yes. So on, education, which we're kind of focusing today with the show, is, we have a full range of products, your deposit products, operating accounts, payroll accounts, which are used by schools. We also have all the cash management services. Cash management services are designed to have schools make better use of their funds, so get the most out of their money. And those are a combination of technology products like remote deposit and online banking, where you can make transfers back and forth, so you don't have to go into the bank, even though we love to see people in the bank.
Yep.
A lot of times people want to do things from home or from their office. And then we also have debit and credit cards for, schools. And the same thing with government. You pretty much a full range of products and services for government.
And what about students in general? Any programs for students?
We do. We have a lot of special services that we can offer for schools and for students. We like to talk to them about student checking. We have accounts for all different ages. Typically younger students, they would sign in with their parents. But particularly when a student gets into senior year, it's really good to come into the bank, talk about, getting an account set up for college. And we also will do the outreach to the school. So if we have a relationship with the school, we'll go to the school and we will do a program where we explain to them what's the advantages of a checking account, how do you get your checking account set up so that day one in college you can start using it.
Okay.
And, what are some of the ways that we make it easy for parents, like the parents maybe having access to the account at the same time as the student. So if the student is out of town, the parents can make a deposit, which happens quite a bit.
Yeah, that's for sure.
So we do that. We also will go into the schools and do a lot of financial education programs, helping them with budgeting. As students start to go to college, they'll get inundated with credit card applications. And so we can advise them about, how can you establish credit but not really get bogged down with a lot of credit and really wreck your credit report.
Okay.
So we can go into the schools, we can work with the teachers. So maybe there's an economics class or maybe there's a consumer finance class where we can sit with the teacher and have a program incorporated into the curriculum where we go out maybe once a month. Or we can do a one-time program for a particular class.
Okay.
So those are all good things. And maybe the school themselves, maybe the faculty staff would like some information. Maybe there's a young faculty and they're interested in how do we start planning to send our children to college. We could do a planning for college. Or maybe there's an older staff and they want to start planning for retirement. We can go in a lunchtime or before school and we can actually do a program for them.
Okay. So if anyone wants to know anything about these programs or get in contact with you, Laura, what's the best way about going?
Best way is to call Standard Bank and go onto our website.
Yep.
Or call Standard Bank. We do have, the government and institutional banking area where they can certainly contact me. If it's a school or a government or a nonprofit, I love to come out and visit with them.
Yep.
We do banking right to their door.
All right.
And, we'll give them all the information. We have great branch managers in all of our communities, and a lot of times they will go with me based upon whatever location I'm going to.
Okay. So, folks, go to standardbanks.com for all types of information, okay? All right, Laura, thank you very much for coming on board.
And thanks again, Pat. It's always great to be here, and got the holidays coming up. So
yes, we do. Have a Merry Christmas.
Should be very nice.
Yeah.
Great.
All right, folks, we are going to go to an athletics timeout. When we return, Standard Bank text poll question of the week. Chance to win a $50 gift card. Stay tuned.
Having surgery or dealing with some type of nagging pain that limits your function? Then get to Athletics. We offer treatment for all types of orthopedic injuries, work-related injuries, and sports injuries. Therapists with over 20 years of experience provide treatment that is efficient and effective. Our 2,000 square foot clinics offer state-of-the-art equipment from HydroTrack, Blankenship, and Biodex. If your doctor suggests physical therapy, then you suggest Athletics, where every patient is treated like a champion.
At Standard Bank and Trust, we believe that choosing a community bank and finding the latest conveniences are not mutually exclusive. You can have both. We strive to give our customers value and convenience, like online banking with mobile deposit, so you can bank anywhere, anytime, and competitive rates on mortgage and home equity loans. At Standard Bank, you'll find services that fit your lifestyle and people you know. We're Standard Bank, in your neighborhood.
Hello and welcome back to the Coach's Quarter Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. We are at the Standard Bank location on 95th Street and Pulaski Road in Oak Lawn. All right, folks, time for the Standard Bank text poll question of the week. Chance to win a $50 gift card just in time for the holidays. Here we go. Got some St. Laurence flavor on this one. In which season did St. Laurence baseball finish third in state? Okay? Third and state. Text A if you think it was 2010, B for 1993, C for 2013, D for 2005. All right, text your answer to 708-365-8501. Texter number 3 with the correct response wins a $50 gift card, compliments of Standard Bank. Good luck. Pete Lotus, our guest, he's eligible for this. All right, all Vikings are eligible for it. All right, let's go to the Labriola Bakery Cafe Golden Baguette Player of the Week. Stagg Junior Guard, John Contant. 30 points he scored last Friday to lead the Chargers to a big 85-79 win over previously undefeated Joliet West. So for his efforts, we're going to hook him up with a $25 gift card, compliments of Labriola Bakery Cafe in Oak Brook and Chicago. And last week we had John Daniels, Stagg Boys basketball coach, on when we were at Pizza Barra in Oak Brook. So, there's no hex. There's no, that's nothing but good. Come on to the Coach's Corner Show, you win the biggest game of the season 2 days later. So congrats to John Contant and the Stagg Chargers. And Elisa Thomas Salon, Teen Club Player of the Week. We're going to hook up Lincoln Way West girls basketball player Emily Atzinger. She scored 26 points to lead the Warriors to an 87-55 win over Thornton. So for her efforts, we're going to hook her up with a nice Lisa Thomas Salon goodie bag, some product, gift card, T-shirt, all kinds of good stuff. All right, folks, we are going to go to a Labriola Bakery Cafe. Timeout. When we return, high and tight.
Looking for a unique dining experience with incredible food? Then check out Labriola Bakery Cafe. Opened by Rich Labriola, Chicago's premier artisan baker, you know they'll have great bread, but you won't believe the rest of their menu. Wood-fired Neapolitan pizzas, fresh pasta, and their world-famous Richie Burger. There's also homemade gelato and, of course, their famous bread. Labriola Bakery Cafe and Neapolitan Pizzeria, conveniently located in the Oak Brook Promenade.
All right, welcome back to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. All right, I'm going to have some nice stocking stuffers here, compliments of our sponsors, all right? Go to Labriola Bakery Cafe, buy a $100 gift card. They're going to hook you up with a $20 complimentary gift card. Go to Beggar's Pizza and buy a $25 gift card. They're going to hook you up with a $5 reward card. Go to Lisa Thomas Salon, purchase a holiday package, which consists of a conditioner and a shampoo. They're going to give you 50% off your next holiday package. It's all good. All right, folks, hope you enjoyed the show. Have a great week.